I have 5 county court judgments against my name, 2 lots of bailiffs after me, and many other letters turning up at previous addresses and families and relatives' homes to try and get hold of me for other debts that I owe. I'm 21 years old. How could I even have incurred this amount of debt? Well, I'll tell you in today's video. Hello, my name is Oliver and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yes, that isn't a lie. I have a lot of debt to pay and I'm pretty unfortunate for it, to be honest, because it's an unfortunate situation how I have it, but more or less I do have this debt and I do have to pay it off pretty soon, because if I'm ever going to buy a property, it won't be this decade because of my CCJs. When I was 17 years old, I was kicked out of home and I lived in my car because I had nowhere to go. Now, whilst living in my car, unfortunately, I accumulated so many parking fines because I was parking everywhere. I had no money. I picked up a delivery driving job and I was doing this and that, but ultimately I couldn't afford a lot and I needed to park somewhere to sleep. So unfortunately, I ended up with a lot of parking fines. Now, the issue with this is a lot of the parking fines that I incurred weren't actual stickers on the car. Like, yes, there was some of those, and I am stupid, I didn't pay those off. But the other ones were done by cameras. Now, with my car still registered at my previous address, it was my mother's address, the letters were still going to my parents' houses. And because I didn't live there and I wasn't in contact with them, they just got put back in the post box saying, does not live here. I didn't have an address registered until 3 years later, actually, when I moved in with my grandfather. That was the first time I got an address, and I suddenly started to realise my fines. I started to look into my credit score because I looked a little bit in the past, but I didn't know much. And it turns out that all these fines had gone to court that I didn't even know about, and they had become CCJs very, very recently. I mean, they could have become CCJs when I was 17, 18 years old, but no, they came on my record when I was 20 years old. So there's all these CCJs. I have 5 CCJs on my record. I had these parking fines, and there's still letters that turn up from 2016, 2017 era. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I was 17 years old, and yes, I do have Asperger's syndrome, and I know that's not an excuse, but I kind of didn't understand back then the consequences of parking fines. I thought, oh, I just won't pay it, it'll be fine. And yes, I did get the one stuck on the car, but I didn't get many of those, maybe 2 or 3. I remembered I paid a couple of them off, but substantially they carried on coming, obviously. I used to park in a car park to sleep in, which was safe, and some occurred from there and things like that. I was 17 years old and I was living in my car. What was I meant to do? So I have 5 CCJs and all this debt. And these letters are still appearing up at my relatives' houses. I'm now in contact with my parents, so I do know about these. And they're after hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And there's been situations where bailiffs have turned up a couple of times at my parents' and my grandfather's address. And I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sort out my credit rating. I would like to buy a property. Am I in a financial position? I'm better off than I was, but it doesn't mean it's great. I've got this financial channel, which this video is uploaded on, obviously. But that doesn't mean I am amazing with money. I would like to get better, and I do little things and this and that, but ultimately making a couple £100 here and there isn't paying off thousands and thousands of pounds of debt. And this is where things get a bit tricky, because I don't want these CCJs. I want them off my record. I want a nice clean record, and I'm willing to pay them. I'm willing to pay the fines which are still coming, which are hundreds of pounds. I'm willing to get in contact with them, and I'm willing to offer little bits here and there, you know, a few pounds a month or whatever I have to do to get the ball rolling and get them paid off. It's going to cost a lot and it might take a few years, but as long as they don't become CCJs, I am happy. So I'm willing to get on the ball with those, but it's the CCJs which I don't know what to do about. And if there is anyone who knows finance and things like that, please do get in contact with me. My contact details are in the description below, because I need help with this. I fall under the Disability Act of 2003, so I don't know if I can use that to my advantage, but it'd be helpful if I can. I was homeless and vulnerable, and I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't afford to pay things back then. So I'm asking you guys. I'm coming to you guys with my story. I'm going to tell you a little bit more, obviously. But at this part in the video, I might as well tell you to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video to someone who might need to see this, or if anyone knows any help in Manchester, Liverpool, North area, because that's where I'm based at the moment. So my CCJs altogether are worth just over £2,000. And those are the ones that are there now, because I believe there might be a couple going through courts, which I just missed out on. Now, I mean, everything's been delayed because of COVID, etc., etc. So I haven't been able to get in contact with anyone. So there is a possible chance that a couple more CCJs, and I believe these ones are still from when I was younger. I just don't know what to do. I'm going to end up with like 7 CCJs. I'm in a rented accommodation here at the moment, but ultimately we had to go private rental because I had so many. And yeah, it's not the end of the world because I earn enough money to pay the rent. We have a guarantor on top just in case. And I want to be able to pay these off because I want to be able to give my girlfriend the best life that she deserves. And, I would like to buy property one day, and I would love to invest into property. And I don't want mistakes from when I was 17 still affecting my life. I'm 21 years old and I don't know what to do. I mean, even my car at the moment, the MOT runs out in a couple of days and I don't know what to do. I'm looking at buying another car. I have about £1,000 at the moment. And what I want to do is I want to buy a car with that so I can carry my insurance and I can get my my next year's no claims. And then I want to pick up delivery driving with it. So I'll be doing my day job, which I work hours a day anyway. I have a manager's position. It's all right pay, but it covers the bills. But then I want to take up delivery driving job, which ultimately I need to pay off my car first before I can even start the debts. And that might not be till January. And by then, who knows what I've got on my record. Alongside this, I do have a credit card, which I buy things on and then I pay off every month so I don't incur debts, which has helped my credit score. I've also joined this thing yesterday called Bits, which is a finance, it's kind of like a credit card. I pay a fee a month and then they put on my credit score that I paid like £430 a month. So it's going to look like I'm spending hundreds of pounds when I'm not, which ultimately is going to push my credit score up again because that's what I need. And then again, on top of that, I have put my rent on this app called Credit Ladder, which then puts how much I'm paying in rent on my credit score. So again, that's another step to help me out. It's a few steps, but hopefully it's going to get me somewhere. I need to build up my credit score to be able to, help my future. I'm only 21, as I've already said, but I don't want these debts anymore. I want to get rid of my CCJs and I want to stop bailiffs turning up at my grandfather's house. And I don't know what to do because, again, I was 17 years old, living in my car, not realising I was incurring these debts and didn't know what to do at the time. So that's where I'm leaving it here. And if all goes to plan, I would like the debts paid off technically by next year. This time next year would be great. So if anyone has any legal advice or anything, or can link me to anywhere, my details are in the description below. Please get in contact with me. Any help is greatly appreciated. I'm sure the bailiffs are going to come across this video when searching for me. So let's hope for the best. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and make sure you smash the like button to help me out in the YouTube algorithm, and let's try and get my debt sorted together. Any help is greatly appreciated. I don't know how much I've got in debts, to be precise. In CCJs, I have like over £2,000, and then there's the letters which are coming to my parents' houses, and I think there's definitely more than 6. I mean, they send like loads and loads of letters. So I went to my mum's once and there was like 20 letters, but I just didn't know which ones were connected to what. So it's actually working out what I owe. I'm going to put a number on it and say, because the letters sometimes are asking like £400, £500, £600. And then of course there's the stuff for the bailiffs. I'm going to say I probably owe £5,000. Yeah, £5,000 is a good round number. That's including the CCJs, which I want removed. And if I want to get them removed, I'm probably going to have to pay for legal action, which again is going to cost. So any help would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a long one, and I hope you guys have kept up with it, with my 5 CCJs at 21 years old. I didn't realise I could incur that much debt. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Adios, my Miss Amigos, and stay subscribed and stay cheesy. Goodbye.